Breakfast puppies, dinner puppies, lunch puppies. Ain't no thing. I'll dust all them puppies because I'm Jebediah. I'm the farmer over here. I got all your dusting puppy needs.
This podcast contains adult language and content and is meant for mature audiences. Listener discretion is advised.
We're all set to begin, so let's dive right in to Bikers, Dice, and Bars. Talking bicycles and motorbikes, gamer things and all the like. You can listen to it in your cars, but mostly it's about dive bars. Bikers, Dice, and Bars.
Well, here's something we haven't done in quite a while. It's time for another character jam on Bikers, Dice, and Bars.
Yeah.
And this time we are drinking, what are we calling this? Portable wine?
Hey, Poppy, what are we drinking?
No, we eschew formula for these bonus things.
Okay, so what we are doing tonight, we are tasting a small variety of single-serve wines. So these are, well, in the case of these cans, it's more than one serving in the can, but there are single-serve wines. So we got 2 Copa di Vino cups, and we've got 2 12-ounce cans of wine to try. And we are starting with the Copa di Vino Pinot Grigio, made right here in the good state of Oregon in one of our favorite homes away from homes, the Dalles.
At the Sunshine Mill.
At the Sunshine Mill Winery. Yep, Copa di Vino.
Is that where these are from?
That's where these are from.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I shouldn't say anything bad about how I think it smells.
This is not my favorite wine.
Honestly, I am not particularly fond of this, but then again, I must admit, I also generally don't like Pinot Grigio.
Yeah. And for me, it depends. Like every wine, like every varietal, there's some that I like. There's some that I don't care for. This one is not my favorite.
The taste is definitely better than the smell.
Yeah, the smell is very sulfury.
It kind of, it smells like damp sulfur.
Mm-hmm. A very mineral smell.
It smells like Yellowstone, but
totally.
The bad parts.
Yeah. But it tastes better than that.
It definitely tastes better than the bad parts of Yellowstone.
Well, yeah, it doesn't taste like sulfur. I'll give it that, in my opinion. It doesn't have a pleasant smell.
Yeah, no, it's
I'm
got
going to drink this really quickly.
Oh, you're going to, ooh.
I mean, I just...
Do it. Ooh, hey,
oh,
there you go.
Hot damn. There we go.
Yeah, let's go ahead and open the second one while I'm telling what game we're going to be making characters for today.
Oh, God, they knocked theirs back, so now I got to do mine, too.
The game that we are playing today the game that we're making characters today for is called Mothership. It is a sci-fi sort of horror dungeon crawling game that I am eager to bring to the table ever since I have devoured it recently. All of the books, of which there are 4.
This is a scary game?
It can be.
But Mothership sounds so homely, like a place I would enjoy being, like the womb in a spacecraft.
It is a game of survival in torn out, burned, decrepit ex-wombs of spacecrafts.
Oh, that does sound kind of terrifying.
Yeah. It's a combination of things like Pitch Black and Aliens and Pandorum and my favorite, Event Horizon.
Oh, no. Yeah. That movie traumatized me when I was 17.
Okay, let's get going.
Well, before we get going, let's go ahead and switch to our second wine.
That even sounds better initially.
And what is this?
This is a can of Chardonnay by House Wine, which is made in Walla Walla, Washington.
You know, I, for many years, thought that Walla Walla was a made-up name for a town. I thought that, like, Looney Tunes invented it.
Like Albuquerque? Because that's super not a real town.
I didn't know that Albuquerque was real as well.
Where are you, Walla Walla? Next to the town of Boring?
Yeah, who would call their town Walla Walla? That's just, whatever. We just lost Walla Walla.
Maybe it's a native
Thanks
thing.
for listening.
Maybe it's a native, like, indigenous person thing, and you just, like, really offended a bunch of people.
Well, I'm sorry. I grew up very ignorant, and I probably still have many ignorances.
As we all do. We're learning and growing every day.
If that's a word.
This smells way better.
It does. What is this again?
Ooh, this is a Chardonnay.
Okay.
From Walla Walla, Washington.
This is a house wine, right?
It's just called House Wine. The company is the original House Wine.
Now, dear listener, this wine came from a can, which is something that I only in the last year knew was a thing that people did. They put wine in cans.
It's relatively new, I believe. I mean, in mass production and sort of mass knowledge of, I don't know. I mean, we've been putting liquids in cans for a very long time, but with wine, I feel like the last just only handful of years have we started to see these.
And again, I will note, as I've said before, listeners, aluminum is the best recyclable material on the planet. So,
why is that, Xander?
Oh, just because of the fact that it is cheaper to go and recycle aluminum than it is to go and mine new aluminum and smelt it. Therefore, you get so many more uses for very, very, very little money out of aluminum. Whereas things like glass, it's way cheaper to produce new glass than it is to recycle it. Paper is especially awful to recycle. I'm not saying don't recycle. I'm just saying it takes a lot of water processing and chemicals to make recycled paper into new paper. And so, again, basically anything metal, super good to recycle.
Nice. I think the only thing I've heard about aluminum cans is that they have to have the plastic coating.
Do they? I didn't know that.
Or I think I don't know if it's for all things that are acidic, but they have to have some kind of a plastic coating on the inside. So like things like phosphates and sodas don't like eat through them or something. Citation needed. Somebody look that up later and let us know if I might be completely full of shit. But in general, yes. Aluminum, much lower melting point than glass, super easy to smelt and recycle.
The more you know. Let's go ahead and get to the character creation process for Mothership. Oh, and one other thing, dear listener, we are field testing 2 brand new microphones here in the studio. And hopefully these will sound a lot better and use this episode as sort of our test run to figure out whether or not we want to get more of them.
Hello, guinea pigs.
Weep, 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 weep.
Cream of wheat.
I really like the Chardonnay.
I like it. It tastes like melons.
It's pretty good. All right, Mothership. Welcome to Mothership, a sci-fi horror RPG where you and your crew try to survive in the most inhospitable environment in the universe, outer space. You'll excavate dangerous derelict spacecraft, explore strange unknown worlds, exterminate hostile alien life, and imagine the horrors that encroach upon your every move. Let's get started.
I don't really want to do that. That sounds like a bad time.
And NPC, I noticed there's no diplomat on here, and I was thinking maybe the alien life forms would be less hostile if we just had an embassy.
Well, fortunately, I don't think talking to the aliens is going to be a solution that is commonly attained in the course of this game.
I mean, it just seems like maybe we should try just to, put little flowers, in their hair or something, and just sing them some Simon and Garfunkel.
I'll see if we can come up with a 5th character class, which is cannon fodder. And that will be you.
Nice. Oh, wait.
Okay, so Mothership is it's a very, very fast and simple game. It uses a pair of D10s. You might occasionally need to roll more D10s, but for the purpose of character creation, you're only going to need 2. And you only need the one singular character sheet, which will guide you through everything you need to roll, write down, and modify for your character's numbers. It's all right there. Like the character creation process in the book is 1 page. As it says right here in the character creation manual, you can actually design your character right from the sheet. All the steps are printed. If you need a little bit of information or find the character sheet confusing, here's what you do. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to get your 2 10-sided dice, and you're going to roll them.
Got it.
What'd you get, Poppy?
Which one should I read first? The regular D10 or the percentile? Does it
The
matter?
percentile is your 10s digit,
Okay.
and the second one is your 1s digit.
Okay, so 37.
All right, go ahead and write 37 in strength. Oh, wait, no. I fucked it up already. Oh, my bad. Sorry, you're going to need more than 2 10-sided dice.
Okay.
Okay.
For each of these stats, you're going to roll 6d10, and you're going to do it in order.
right.
Now should I get my dice?
That's
Yeah, you should probably go get your dice.
Okay.
Dice break.
Dice break. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. That sounds like a...
That sounds like a nat 20 to me.
Yeah. That sounds like the money bag of that character from Commedia dell'arte, whose name I can't remember.
All right. Dice acquired. 6d10 for each stat rolled down the line. In order, they are strength, speed, intellect, and combat.
And we are adding these all together?
Yep, you're going to roll 6 dice and add the results together.
And, okay.
It's math time, folks.
Boo.
All right. Oh, my God. 23.
Oh, hello, calculator. How are you doing?
31.
If only there was some kind of an app on phones where you could roll a bunch of dice and just immediately take a picture and it would auto-calculate the tops of your dice. You could even throw it off with like Roman numeral dice and Japanese dice.
Garbage.
Okay, if I got a double zero, what the hell is that?
That's a 0.
That's just a 0.
Or sorry, that's a 10.
That's a 10 on the percentile.
Yeah,
Okay.
good.
So 4, 8, 21, 28. Oh, wow. I'm doing arithmetic. Holy shit. It's kind of amazing. Poppy has dyscalculia. This shit is challenging. Oh, did I miss one? Oh, fuck balls.
All right.
I think I got to add a 6 to this one.
Okay.
8, 34. Okay.
The true curse of the Dungeon Master. The revenge making the players do math.
Yes, son
You
of a
thought you were
bitch.
here to play a game? No, it's school time.
You're so evil. Okay. So 10, 20, 30.
Well, this is not going well for me.
What you got so far, Xander?
I'll read them off at the end. It'll be more funny that way.
All right.
41 plus 9 would be 50.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know if this is good or bad, or I have no idea what's going on. But that's fine.
Yeah.
Ignorance is bliss, they say.
A stat of 30 is about average. But don't get too hung up on your numbers.
Yeah.
All right, I'm done.
I'm super not. Oh, no. Okay, 10, 28. Okay.
Okay. Well, Xander, you're finished first. Go ahead and read off those stats.
My strength is 22. My speed is 38.
Nice.
My intellect is 20. My combat is 32.
Okay. Yeah. Great, Poppy. What you
Sure.
got?
Why not?
Yeah, that's fine. That checks out. Strength of 31. Speed 34. Intellect 50.
Holy shit.
Combat 38.
Holy crap. I believe you beat Xander in every way possible.
I mean, that checks out.
I just dumb.
No. You're just not as worldly as me.
Okay, next.
You know, if you just tried harder.
Next, you need to pick a starting class. Pick a class. This is your only class. Pick a class and then make note of its starting saves. So if you look, there's a little section to the right of the stats that has 4 columns on the sheet.
Yeah.
Oh, I
The
see.
4
Okay.
classes are Teamsters, who are the rough and tumble crew and workers out in space. If Ripley from Aliens is your hero, then you'll want to play a Teamster. Scientists are doctors, researchers, or anyone who wants to cut open aliens or infected crew members with a scalpel.
Gross.
Androids are a terrifying and exciting addition to any crew. They tend to unnerve other players with their cold inhumanity. And Marines are here to shoot bugs and chew bubblegum. They're handy in a fight and good when grouped together. But whenever a Marine panics, it may cause problems for the rest of the crew.
We just give them some crayons to eat, and that's okay.
Put a check in the circle above the class that you picked.
Poppy, what are you thinking? Wasn't your intellect something stupid like 50.
50. I'm trying to decide between scientist and android.
Oh, good, because I was trying to decide between the other two. This will work out well.
So what's really cool is that once you have selected one, then you get to modify your stats by the number underneath. Because you'll notice at the bottom of the column, there's a little arrow that goes down and then loops back and points to your stats.
I do see that. That's nice.
For example, a scientist, you'll add another plus 10 to your intellect.
Nah, I'm going to be a scientist.
A teamster adds plus 5 to both strength and speed, whereas an android adds plus 5 to both speed and intellect. And a marine adds plus 5, and then another plus 5 if a friendly marine is nearby. But anyway, once you have chosen the class that you want, darken in the saves that are written there. For example,
with the modifiers?
Well, no, the saves as is. For example, as a scientist, you would your saves would be a sanity of 40, a fear of 25, a body of 25, and an armor of 30.
So just write those in.
Yeah, they're kind of grayed out.
Got it.
Just fill them in.
Okay, just the numbers that are in these boxes.
Just the numbers that are already in there. Fill them in with a pencil.
Okay. So these are our what now? Starting saves?
So that column to the right underneath your class, did you pick scientist?
Yes.
Then you want to fill in the 40, the 25, the 25, and the 30.
Yeah, so sanity, 40, fear, 25, body 25, armor 30.
Correct. And then you want to add plus 10 to your intellect, which will, I think, raise it to 60.
Yes.
There you go.
Oh, it goes that way.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So in that case, I would then go and get 27th strength and then 43 speed. Okay.
All right. Okay. We're rocking and rolling now. We're good. This mic is a little more challenging because I don't have the circle that I make out with to be my guide.
All right, my new stats are now strength 27, speed 43, intellect 20, combat's 32.
Okay.
I like that. I'm so fast.
And you went with Teamster, right?
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay.
I'm going to be a union organizer in space.
Once you have selected your saves and filled up, modified your stats accordingly, next it's time to mark your starting skills and spin your starting skill points. Each class comes preloaded with some relevant skills, which will help them perform better at different challenges. Additionally, you're going to have a number of points to spend on skills during character creation.
Okay.
Now, it should say right there on the right side under step 3, mark your skills. For example, a Teamster marks 0G, mechanical repair. Then you also get to pick either heavy machinery or piloting.
Okay.
Whereas a scientist, in the skill section on the right, you get to pick 2 from this list. You can pick either biology, agriculture, geology, computers, mathematics, or chemistry.
Okay. I can pick 2 of those.
2 of those.
Okay.
And it'll show you right there in the top right under scientist which ones you can pick.
It's just very tiny right?
It is a very tiny print.
Okay,
I do believe that this character sheet was meant for being printed on like legal paper or something much bigger.
Ew, okay.
Yeah. Or I think it was meant to be printed on 2 pages side by side, but whatever.
So
Xander?
It seems to me that heavy machinery and piloting are pretty self-explanatory, but do you have a description of what those are?
There are. This is such a light system. I'm not even sure if there are skill descriptions in this book.
Okay.
Yes, I do. Hey, what do you know? It's exactly 1 page of skill descriptions.
Nice.
So, heavy machinery is operation and use of large pieces of equipment such as cranes, exosuits, and forklifts.
Ooh, exosuits.
And what was the other one?
Piloting,
operation, and control of air and spacecraft.
Ooh. One more question before I go and choose my 3rd skill. What does robotics give me, and what does astrogation and hyperspace give me?
Wow, those are big words.
I know. It's so good for my intellect of 20.
Okay. Robotics is design and operation of robots, drones, and androids. Astrogation is navigation in outer space. And what was the third one?
Hyperspace.
Hyperspace is faster than light travel.
Oh, okay. So
just so you know, the top...
do we
where it
really
tells
need a
you-
pilot, though? I'm just asking.
Well, right now it's just the two of you. I think the theory here is that there's going to be more in your crew. I don't think I would feel...
Obligated, heard.
No, I think I as a GM definitely enjoy games of murdering player characters, but throwing two characters alone against some of the things that this game has, it's just like, might as well just walk into the suicide booth, because that's what it's like.
Sounds good.
But what I was saying is the skills, you have extra skill points based on your class. You
Plus
can buy-
4.
Yeah, and you can buy a trained skill at 1 point. Then if you have a skill that leads into it, you can buy an expert skill for 2 points.
Okay.
And then finally, if you have a expert skill that leads into it, you can buy a master skill at 3 points.
Ugh.
They are
Okay.
cumulative. So in order to get a master skill, you have to have already spent a total, you have to have spent a total of 6 points.
Unless it's one of my starting points. Oh,
Yes.
oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. 1, 2, and then 3. Got it.
Okay,
Yep.
so quick question.
Yes.
Under scientists, it says pick 2.
Yep.
I chose biology and chemistry.
And put little dots next to them.
I did.
Okay.
And then it says plus 3 points. Does that mean I have 3 additional points to spend?
You do.
Okay, so I could either do...
You would want to basically just check off 3 other trained skills in the first column, unless you just wanted to go for broke.
Well, she could do 1 in expert and then 1 in trained, right?
Yeah.
Well, because, see, okay, chemistry leads to explosives.
And what happened was...
What had happened was, and then that leads to weapon specialization, whereas biology can go to psychology or genetics, and then can go to xenobiology, and something that I can't... psychology to sophantology?
Sophantology. That's a new word. What does that mean?
Sophantology?
Is that like phrenology?
Is that like
but worse?
study of sofas?
It is alien psychology.
Ooh, I kind of like that.
Oh, do it.
Well, she wouldn't be able to take it just yet, but
I
she might at the next
know.
level.
So here's what I'm trying to decide.
If you
is,
make it that far.
do I spend 2 points in psychology and then 1 point in something else trained, or do I spend my 2 points in explosives?
Blow shit up.
I'm kind of thinking that. Well, so here's my thought process. I'm thinking, A, blowing shit up sounds really useful and really fun.
But you're also a scientist. Leave that to the Marines.
But because no, but if I did the psychology to sophantology or genetics to xenobiology, I could just come, like, anytime you ask me a question about, well, why is this happening? I could just make shit up, basically.
Yeah. And this is
'Cause
the kind
I'm
of
the
game that will
expert.
encourage it.
Be like,
oh, no.
well, why are they doing this? Well, they're doing this because culturally it's appropriate for them to give us pine cones as well as a welcome present.
Oh, that
And,
just makes sense.
like, I can just make shit up, which sounds really fun.
Yeah. I'll allow it. Yeah.
Yep, I'm going to do that.
So then you're going to go right into psychology
I'm going to go right into psychology
from biology.
from biology. Yep.
Great.
And that spends 2 points, and I still got one
You still got one
that I
left.
could spend on a train. Okay,
In
what
any-
would make
Yep.
the most sense?
Well, computers is always useful. Mathematics is always useful. Archaeology is always useful.
What is Rimwise?
Oh, okay. Rim-wise. Outer rim knowledge. It is basically sort of an all-encompassing knowledge skill of outer rim colonies and seedy parts of the galaxy. It's kind of a streetwise skill. If you wanted to be a shady type.
Streetwise.
So if I'm reading this correctly, and correct me if I'm not, because I have mechanical repair, I could also become an expert in jury rigging. Is that correct, based on how these arrows move?
You want to rig some juries?
Yes.
Yeah. Gerrymander over here.
What? Fight me.
Yeah, pretty much. The arrows lead into greater skills.
Yeah.
And if something has multiple arrows leading into it, that doesn't mean it requires everything. It is simply multiple paths leading to that skill.
All right, I got this.
What are you thinking so far, Xander?
I have 0G. I have mechanical repair, right?
Okay.
And I have heavy machinery. Those are the three things I started off with as a teamster. With 0G, I went into asteroid mining.
Okay, yeah.
I figured that would get us some funds. And I can also use strikes against the corporate mining companies with my union. Or no, anyways.
Unions? What? Get out.
My character's
space.
My character's going to be so annoying. With my mechanical repair, I am now an expert also in jury rigging. So I became an expert in asteroid mining and an expert in jury rigging, trained in 0G, trained in heavy machinery, trained in mechanical repair.
So it sounds like you are the space equivalent of an underwater welder.
Yes, basically. Don't worry, I make this work.
No wonder your stats are so low. You've probably been at it for a while.
I'm very fast, though. And I'm good at punching things. A little slow in the head, though.
Yeah. So, Poppy, did you pick your last one?
No, why is this so hard? Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on.
While we're holding on, let's go ahead and open another wine here. Xander, pick something.
No, we're doing it in order. You can't just pick something.
We already picked it.
Oh my God.
Poppy, pick your stats. I'll pick the wine.
Xander, you pick her next skill.
Here, you open the wine.
Open the wine. Poppy, you pick your skill. What is this you're opening here, Xander? Ooh, these mics are good for that click.
We are opening Crafters Union, daring and elegant red blend from California. All I know is that it has snakes and bones and flowers on it. Therefore, I am into it.
And it's perfect for your character because it's Union.
Yes. Daring and elegant with juicy flavors of blackberry and jam, interlaced. This is hard. It's sideways. I'm trying to speak into a microphone. Hold on. Interlaced with a bit of chocolate, vanilla, and spice. Enjoy this adventurous red blend wherever you go. Drink chilled. 1 can is equal to 2.5 5-ounce glasses.
All right, blah, blah, blah. Red wine and chill time here. Hook me up.
Ooh.
I'm looking for the Union. I'm looking for the Union.
Union forever, hurrah.
Ah, boys, hurrah.
Down
With the traders, up with the stars. Oh, sorry. What? Someone hand me the glass so I can give them more wine.
No,
Nathaniel.
this is plenty.
Yep. Oh, I will fall on this sword for you, my friend.
Yeah, remember, kids, a serving of wine is 5 ounces. So a 12-ounce can of wine would have how many servings?
Not enough.
Oh. Okay, this is the red blend from Crafters Union.
Yeah, we already got that part.
Yeah, you weren't listening because you were
was.
picking your next skill, right?
Yes, and which I chose first aid.
Oh, excellent.
Oh.
That is a really good choice. That is an uncharacteristically wise choice for a first character in a dungeon crawl.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Well, because
Now I might not die.
Because it led to pathology, which then also leads to xenobiology.
Oh, you're thinking ahead.
nice.
I'm thinking ahead, yeah.
Oh,
so
God.
I could possibly get the sophantology, the xenobiology, and blowing shit up.
See,
That's so hot.
Yeah, baby.
I eventually want to go into engineering and robotics so I can just create an entire robot army.
I love it.
Or cybernetics. I can also do cybernetics with my next 3 skill points.
And it's so rare for me to think ahead when I game. It's because I've been playing so much Darkest Dungeon.
Yeah.
I'm learning.
This game has a lot in common with that.
Ooh, okay.
At least the way I plan to run this eventually.
Oh, shit.
Now, the next thing you need to do is take note of how your character deals with stress. This is on the left side, next to the spot where you would doodle in your character picture. Just take a note of it because it's going to come into play here. A teamster, once per session, you may re-roll a roll on the panic effect table. Whereas scientist, and you would also make sure to put the check in that little dot. Scientist, whenever a scientist fails a sanity save, every friendly player nearby gains 1 stress. I want to read the other two as well, though.
Oh, God.
Android. Fear saves made in the presence of androids have a disadvantage because they're creepy. And then my favorite, Marine.
Yes.
Whenever a Marine panics, every friendly player nearby must make a fear save.
God damn it.
Okay.
This is one of those games where I would really love to play this game with like an actual Teamster, an actual scientist, and an actual Marine, and then the android would just be our friend with no empathy.
Okay, next, pick your starting loadout and roll a random trinket and patch.
Ooh.
This is one of my favorite parts. So first off, you have 4 options for loadouts. Now, there are some others in one of the supplements, but we're just going to stick with the core 4 because that's how we do. Pick one. They are excavation. You have a crowbar, a hand welder, a laser cutter, a body cam, a bioscanner, infrared goggles, a lockpick set, vac suit, which has oxygen tank, mag boots, and short-range comms.
Tits.
Exploration. You have a vibe machete.
What the hell is that?
It's a vibrating machete. Yeah.
No, I want one.
A rigging
For
gun.
your sexual No.
I guess there's porn for that. A flare gun, first aid kit, a vac suit, a survey kit, water filter, a locator, rebreather, binoculars, flashlight, camping gear, and 7 MREs.
Ooh.
Extermination gets you a shitload of weapons and a stim pack. That's useful. And examination is the 4th one. Gets you a scalpel, a tranq pistol, stun baton, hazard suit, med scanner, a bunch of pills, and a cybernetic diagnostic scanner.
I mean, it kind of seems like all these are made for certain classes.
Yeah,
so.
I should really take the exploration because it has the first aid kit, and I chose first aid.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the excavation because
Cool.
I'm good at things like that.
Okay.
We have no weapons. We'll be fine.
I mean, I've got my vibrating machete.
Oh, that's true. And I have... Yeah, that's true.
Oh, I have a rigging gun. What is that?
That's a good question. Let's look up the stuff.
You have a rigging gun? Oh, okay.
Doo-doo-doo.
Vibe machete. Can I have one of those?
Christmas is coming up.
Ooh, a rigging gun. Wow. There are pictures here.
Dude, show me.
Rigging gun is the one at the top.
Oh,
It looks like...
oh my God.
they're
It
kind
looks like
of-
a harpoon gun.
The pictures in the book are intentionally drawn in somewhat of a crude comic style. And like someone hand drew it in science class while they were supposed to be paying attention to the teacher.
Hello,
It looks like a
Ahab.
harpoon gun. Yeah.
Jesus. Look at a laser cutter. Oh, does it shoot beams? Okay. I think I shoot things with it.
Is that the rigging? Do you both have a rigging gun?
No.
What do you have?
Oh, I have a laser cutter.
Nice.
It looks like a gun. It looks like it actually shoots things.
Let me see the book again.
Oh, built to scrap ships. Well, we'll
Yeah.
see.
Whatever. If it can cut metal, it can cut aliens.
Pretty sure that's true.
If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
Well,
Of course, my
the
intellect is
laser
20, so what
cutter
would I
has
know?
Well, the laser cutter has a wide beam laser at 700 meter range. So
Coming at you, motherfucker.
it takes 1 round to recharge every shot. Wow. Yeah, this is... Dude.
Yeah, I
this
got
is
one of
dude.
those.
All right, yeah. It's only got 6 shots in it, though. It takes an hour to recharge
They
via
call
the
me
ship's generator.
6-Shot McGee.
Okay, so that's all your stuff. Make a note that your armor save, you might want to either put a slash or in parentheses. Each of you who has a vac suit, you're going to get some armor. That's going to add you a little bit of bonus. Your armor save is increased by +7.
Oh,
Okay, I'm
tits.
sorry. Where am I writing that?
Those saving throws at the top that you traced over,
Yes.
and make a note somehow, either in parentheses or like putting a slash and a second number next to armor save.
Oh, I see.
Oh.
That your second number is going to be 7 points higher. So while you are wearing a vac suit, you have 7 points of armor.
Okay.
Additionally, essentially, it just adds to your saving throw for armor.
I like that.
And the vac suit is like our spacesuit.
That's your spacesuit. Yeah.
Okay. Vac suit +7.
Oh, I see. So you have an oxygen tank and long-range communications. I have an oxygen tank, short-range communications, but I also have mag boots. Nice.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. The mag boots are useful.
I believe it.
Looks like you're the one going first.
Yeah, and I have all the food.
That seems fine.
You don't really need to eat.
Okay, now we're going to roll. Each of you is going to have a random trinket and a random patch.
Yay.
Ooh.
So spacers in this setting, they frequently are found with strange patches on their clothing. Sometimes you know where it came from. Sometimes it's just a patch that you ripped off someone else.
Kind of like a battle jacket.
Kind of like that, but
But just a patch.
Or a pilot or a space marine or someone out there in the wild. You put patches on your shit.
Sure.
These are each D100. So the percentile roll.
Okay.
So that's you roll 2.
Yep.
And
one
then,
is the tens digit and one is the ones digit.
Got it. 27, I guess. That's
All right.
kind of lame.
No. There's no good or bad roll on this one. So this is your trinket.
Okay.
27. You have a set of ivory dice.
Oh.
Xander?
I rolled a 23.
23. You have a bent wrench.
It's from my first job.
Yeah. And now do it one more time.
$22.
22. Your patch is a pinup girl riding a missile.
What?
Nice.
I want one of those. What did you roll? 20 what? 99.
And your patch says, okay, I'm going to solve et coagula. And in parentheses next to it, it says Baphomet.
Can you spell that for me?
Oh,
Something
it says,
in blood?
Here you go. I'm just going to bottom right, 99.
Sulfa et coagula?
Solve, S-O-L-V-E. Solve. Yeah.
I liked how one of these is in all Russian letters and it just says get fucked. But it's in Russian.
But it's so the word in parentheses is what the image is, whereas the words at the beginning are the logo.
I looked up what solve et coagula means.
What?
It's from... It's associated with alchemy, apparently.
Okay. Continue.
Okay, it means dissolve and coagulate. It means that something must be broken down before it can be built up.
I think that fits.
One interpretation of this is to dissolve the body and build up the spirit.
Oh, I know Baphomet. Okay. As the deity that Knights Templar were accused of worshipping, and it subsequently was incorporated into occult and mystical traditions. It's that demon dude.
Yeah, with the goat head, right?
Yeah.
Or it could, so there could be concentrate and dissolve.
Nice.
Do you want to switch patches?
Yeah, I do actually.
You want to swap? I think we should swap.
Well, the patches are in your vac suit, so you'd have to switch vac suits.
Can't we just take the patch off and like swap patches?
Yeah, there's usually Velcro when they're on,
Yeah, you can't have holes in your vac suit.
You will start the game with the patches that you rolled.
Oh, fine.
Whether or not you wish to trade them once the game begins, we'll have to roleplay that encounter at some point.
All right. Well, I'm about to see how much my pinup girl riding a missile is worth to you.
I don't know how much is my Baphomet worth to you.
We'll talk.
And now we're going to finish the last little bits. You're going to fill out your stress, which will start at 2.
Wait, why am I stressed already?
Because you're in space.
Because you're a teamster in space.
Oh, right. And I'm working for the Union.
Your resolve is going to start at 0. Your max health is
me strong.
double your strength.
Oh, wait, this is for both of us?
Yep.
I'm sorry, start over.
Stress 2.
Where is this?
It's on the sheet.
Where? Okay.
Right below Mothership.
Stress 2.
Resolve is 0. It actually tells you what they start at on the sheet.
I see that now, yes.
Double your strength, and that is your starting health.
62.
Jesus Christ. Well, I'm 52 now. That's not so bad.
each determine how much your starting money is. You're going to roll 5d10.
Times 10, it looks like.
Yep.
Oh my God, I got an 80. Hold on.
That's an 8.
That's not possible to get 80.
Yeah, I got an 80. It's a percentile.
That's 8.
Damn it.
I may be dumb at math, but I ain't that dumb at math.
I am.
All right, 270 is what I have.
All right, 8, 9, 10.
Just, well, that's actually a little above average.
12.
Now, hold on.
5, 11, 1,
Stop.
29.
Okay, 19 plus 10 would be 29.
Yeah.
So 28. So 280.
Okay, times 10.
28.
Yeah, there we go.
280.
Gotcha.
All right, so
That's how many starting
money.
credits you have.
Where is that? I see
Bottom,
it now. Very
bottom,
small.
middle, kind of, more or less.
Okay.
And last thing is to give your character a name. This is always my favorite part. I have always been that asshole who comes up with a name before I even come up with a character. I usually will build a character around a name. It's like, I got a cool name. Who does this name belong to? But, yeah.
I'm good.
What you got over there, Xander?
Edwin DuBois.
Edwin DuBois. Tell me about yourself.
I'm working for the union. I am going for someone who, so we're like out in the middle of fuck nowhere space. Like
middle of fuck nowhere. You've just signed on with this crew. You're going out scavenging.
Do we have any concept of planet Earth, or we're just from some fucking random planet, or we're bored on a spaceship? Like, is this sort of the Expanse kind of thing? Where,
a lot of that detail is sort of hand waved into the background. So to answer your questions, I will say yes.
Heard.
This is a setting where there is faster than light travel. So
okay,
yeah, we could move beyond the solar system.
Nice. I'm going to go ahead and say that I am from a longtime family of DuBois in mining.
The boys.
DuBois.
DuBois.
D-U. Capital
Gotcha.
B. O-A-S. Longtime family of miners and activists. And so I am going to go and sneak aboard said spacecraft and try to go and unionize the ship.
Okay. Poppy.
So my parents were both college professors, and
What's college?
it's a place where you go to learn stuff.
You've built like 5 of them out in space.
I thought it was a collage. So I've also decided that my character was born in the early 80s, and her parents couldn't decide between all the popular girls' names at the time. So her name is Sarah Jennifer Elizabeth Jones.
So this is the early 2980s.
Right, yeah. Same
but history repeats itself.
History repeats itself. It's the 80s again, and it was all Brittany's, Sarah's, Jennifer's, and Elizabeth's.
Because they're going for retro names.
Right, exactly. Like, it's the 80s again. We got to go for Brittany and Jennifer. So she is Sarah Jennifer Elizabeth Jones, probably Dr. Jones.
Dr. Jones.
This is Dr. Jones.
Nice.
Yeah.
Which of you is stronger?
Me.
Yeah?
Yeah.
31.
Okay, which of you is faster?
I think I am actually.
I got a 34.
43.
Nice.
Ooh.
Which of you is smarter?
Me.
Oh, well,
60.
I don't understand the question. Can you repeat that, please?
And which of you is combatter?
I think you are.
I got a 38.
32.
I probably took
I'm just very fast.
I probably took some kind of space martial arts.
Self-defense class kind of thing. Yeah,
no. Like I am like a fucking black belt or some shit, and God knows what.
Well, there you go. Congratulations. We've just made characters from Mothership.
Hooray.
That was easy.
It was pretty easy. Yeah.
I actually like all the different little categories of skills and things that you can choose. That's a nice little customization.
I love the visual representation of the whole system. All of the books are beautiful, but not in a classically beautiful way. They each are both conservative and yet also evocative with the way that they display information in the books. Everything you want is right there in front of you on a page.
I just really enjoy the flowcharts on here.
They're wonderful.
Yeah, same.
Because especially with the skill, the skill trees they have here, and I'll take a picture for our viewers, our listeners online. There's some really fun things like driving and mechanical repair. Both starting skills can both lead to vehicle specialization. With command, however, that can be mechanical repair to vehicle specialization, or it can come from military training to tactics to command, which is way the fuck down on the skill tree. You can go and follow that like, oh, okay, this line goes way up over here. But they all make sense.
Look where you can get cybernetics from.
Oh, yeah, that one's good.
Jury rigging.
I know. Why do you think
that's
I'm an
awesome.
expert in jury rigging, which I got from mechanical repair, which has a line that goes like 3 skills up to jury rigging, which then goes immediately to cybernetics.
Okay, one skill that I can't wait to somehow involve in a game is xenoesotericism. See, I can't even say it. Xenoesotericism.
I was really, really close to choosing something like archaeology or that's it. Or archaeology or theology, so I could go to mysticism and then go to xenoesotericism.
Exact xenoesotericism.
As not terror.
I know.
It's esoteric.
Can you read what that does for us?
Yes.
Xenoesotericism. Terrorism.
So it is obscure alien mysticism, religion, and belief.
It sounds really rad.
If I weren't so dumb, I probably would have gone into that because that seems rad.
It was probably something like my character maybe studied as a lark, but as a serious scientist, like can't talk about it. You know what I mean? All right, y'all, finish your wine so I can give you this last one.
But it's such a big pour over here.
And this was actually delightful.
It's really good.
Yeah.
That red blend, that Union, what is it again? Crafters Union Red Blend.
This is canned
it's
wine, my friends.
It's called Snakes and Bones with Flowers and Leaves.
Snakes and Bones with Flowers and Leaves.
This is canned wine, and it's actually
really good.
Really good. So far, this is the best we've had today.
I like this.
Invented and canned by Crafters Union out of San Diego.
Huh.
You know, that notorious San Diego wine country.
Fascinating. I mean, there are wineries in Arizona.
I'm sure there are.
Well, I'm going to try our last wine here.
Which is what?
It is a Copa di Vino, again, and it is the Cabernet Sauvignon.
All right.
Which is historically one of my favorite varietals.
Now, what do y'all think of this game so far? Do you have any questions or concerns?
Why aren't we playing it yet?
I'm hoping to get something like that going after the holiday and all of the game destroying chaos that scheduling in December does.
But don't we have time tonight?
No. No.
We're not going to last long, Poppy. He's going to kill us in like 20 minutes.
So my question, other than how fast will we die, is how does this game start? Because you read the sort of the premise, we made our characters. How does this game start off? Like, what is there like a starting mission, or how's it get going?
That's a good question. This is a role-playing game, which means then you can ultimately start it off however the hell you want. You can bring in a pre-written scenario, or you can develop your own.
So there are pre-written ones for our listeners out there in case they want to go and just start with that.
There are currently 2 fully fleshed out scenarios. They're wonderful. There is a zine that they have been publishing. I think the first issue of the zine has like 13 to 20 or something random roll charts, and they're wonderful. But then there is right now on Kickstarter a 4th book for the series, which hopefully is going to come out as soon as fucking possible because I want it.
So is the Kickstarter done already?
No, it just started. And so there will be a link here in our show notes if you're interested.
And what does that 4th book get us?
I don't know. I just signed up for it actually this morning. So I couldn't even tell you the name of it. I don't want to pause this to look it up.
Does it at least have more character classes?
Well, I think they're only ever going to have the 4 character classes. But
specializations.
there are what are called one of the supplements has alternate starting packages. So like on your sheet, you only have 4.
Yeah, I actually like that because my only critique so far is that very, very clearly these packages are meant for your class.
Oh, yeah, clearly.
It's, nothing else I would take would make any sense. However, it would have been nice to have, maybe a little bit of a hybrid character or something like that. Because otherwise, it just seems like I'm going to be out there mining rock and hoping that there's a Marine next to me.
Yeah, I think there's 7 or more alternate starting packages that you can get, the gear packages, in one of the supplements.
That's good.
Yeah. I would like to see maybe 1 or 2 more actual classes, but they do kind of cover everything.
It's a pretty good broad scope, except for diplomat.
There does need to be some kind of a diplomat, but
I mean, you did say cannon fodder earlier, so
this is kind of the game where, much like a lot of the old school games, there's not that much in the way of social skills on here. as in there are none.
The closest I see to anything that might be remotely construed as social skills is art.
Theology. If you want to, hub up with some religious people and talk out your butts. Sorry.
Yes, but.
I mean, psychology?
Yes, but.
No one likes hanging out with psychologists. Nobody.
Word.
This is based upon old school gaming principles. Old school D&D didn't have social skills. That's because you were expected to role play that at the table. You brought your character, and your character existed however you wanted to portray it. And that was the sky, go for it.
So, NPC, as a skilled and veteran GM, given the characters that Xander and I have just built, what do you envision? Why would our characters be together on a mission? And what will we be doing and where?
There are a number of ways to approach this.
Yes, but what do you...
There are a number of ways that I would like to approach this, depending upon what kind of theme we wanted to set. You both wake up randomly from cryo sleep with no idea where you are or why you're there, and you got to figure out and fight your way out of a spaceship. That's a good
Ocean, but in space.
Yeah, or Pandorum, one of my favorite movies.
Yeah. That movie was actually oddly good.
Or you could do the Pitch Black intro. You both crashed on a planet, and you were the only survivors. Hey, oh shit. Go for it. Unless if we had more players, we could do a thing where you're all members of a crew.
Mm-hmm.
Which to me, I think has a little bit more initial appeal because then the crash could happen later or something like that.
The approach that I want to take if I were to run this for an extended time is to get a couple more players, up to 5 or 6 more players. Sorry, total players. And then have them be part of a larger ship.
Mm-hmm.
Where the group that is selected right now is the one going on a mission. But if one of them dies, there's other people back on the ship that they can call in. Or if they have to go back to the ship, they can refill their away team because we always got to have a 5-man away team. So, ship, you're up. I don't want to go on the ship. God damn it, ship, get on the fucking ship, kind of thing.
The red shirt.
The red shirt, yeah.
This is very much I feel like you're very much describing Star Trek Next Generation when for some reason every away mission was like the senior officers and the bridge crew instead of like the interns.
Oh yeah,
They're like, go to this dangerous planet, second
Captain
in command. Yeah, what the hell?
Who needs an XO anyways?
How'd they say like 1,200 people on that ship?
Well, I mean, you need your second in command. What if something really horrible? Oh. What?
What if there's a transporter accident? Oh.
Yeah.
What if the crystalline entity? Oh.
What about that sludge guy on that plane? Oh. Rest in peace, Tasha.
No.
Rest in peace. All right, let's hit this last wine here. Pour me some of that Copa.
All right, good Copa Divina.
But yeah, I would love to run this with a few more people, and that kind of you got a ship full of people, and maybe you've got like one runabout kind of ship that goes off and scavenges things and brings it back to the main ship. Rotate out the crew.
That makes the most amount of sense based on what you were telling me that you wanted to do, which was to go and have basically a like kind of permanent cast of 3 or 4 people and 2 kind of rotating throughout every new episode that you're going to go and do. That makes a lot of sense.
Okay, this is amazing. The Copa di Vino cups have lids. And
she scared me when she did this, by the way.
I literally just put the lid back on and turned it upside down, and the thing is not leaking.
Okay, I would prefer if you did not do that over my expensive table.
That's fucking amazing.
That'd be great.
That was my concern, is she did this with nothing to catch the liquid if it were to fall. Just on blind faith alone.
I'm a scientist.
I mean, I guess I can't question that. My intellect's only 20.
Yeah, don't question me, fool.
Well played, Beaujolais. Well played.
However, if it were to fall, I could be fast enough to catch it before it hit the table.
Can you spell table?
Table.
On that note, you have been listening to another character jam from Bikers, Dice, and Bars. If you like,
I like jam. That's pretty good too.
This wine is very jammy, actually.
Well, that's why I like it. Then it seems like you just added some water to the jam you put on my toast this morning.
Drink your sleepy time juice.
No, but this is for breakfast.
No, that's your sleepy time juice, honey.
Not when I do it.
Okay, fair enough.
We want to thank you once again for listening to us as we kind of go. I was about to say go off record, but this is on the record. This is go off the mics. But wait, we're on the mics. We break our formula for these episodes because we basically just get drunk and try to work our way through character creation systems. This is one of the easiest ones I think we've done. Yeah.
It's too bad Jacob wasn't here.
It's also too bad we weren't more inebriated, because then it might have actually been challenging.
Oh,
this is true. Everything is on the sheet, including numbers telling you in what order to do it, arrows pointing on how everything loops back around. It is a brilliant character sheet.
All you have to do is follow some flowcharts and you're golden. That's
the hardest thing was the arithmetic.
I had a calculator.
But that's just, that's just because I have,
It's been a long day, and this has been a long episode, so let's go ahead and close this out. My friends and listeners, join us online. Send us a message.
Where can they find us?
We have a Discord server. It's linked in every episode show notes.
Is that the one that's under Breakfast Puppies?
It is, yeah.
Oh.
Breakfast and Puppies, my 2 favorite things in the world.
Yeah, come hang out with us on Discord. We're there almost daily.
I'm definitely there.
I'm pretty much there 24/7. I'll wake up in the middle of the night to answer your messages. I will, I promise.
No, he won't.
No,
I actually might. I have bad insomnia. I will answer your fucking questions at 3 a.m. with a glass of whiskey in my hands.
Yeah, join us on Facebook. We don't really have much activity there, but we could.
I have my own Facebook page, Poppy Beaujolais.
I have my own Instagram. It's Xander Gerrymander.
I do believe that your Instagram is the most active of all of our individual social media pages.
I've got an Instagram as well. I post a lot of pictures of cats.
Our cats.
Our studio
Cat.
cats. Our cats. We play mini cat games.
Little cat games.
Mini cat games with our Cervona wine.
Okay, let's close this out. You've been listening to Bikers, Dice, and Bars. As usual, I'm NPC.
Dr. Xander Gerrymander.
Poppy
there wasn't quite a
Beaujolais.
full point there. It was like you're just kind of holding your wine glass like this, and I'm like, I don't.
It usually starts with Jacob. I was so thrown off. I actually said it in my head
Is he
first.
just-
Just Jacob.
Is he just twirling his wine right now with a finger halfway out? I don't.
I'm fancifully holding my wine.
God, I'm Dr. Xander Gerrymander.
I'm Poppy Beaujolais.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks for joining us, friend. We've reached the end of Bikers, Dice, and Bars. Talking bicycles and motorbikes, gamer things and all the like. You can listen to it in your car. The Bikers, Dice, and Bars. Bikers, Dice, and